Hello, I just want to tell y'all, we recorded this the same day the Switch 2 Direct happened, and then I just didn't edit it for a while, so sorry this took so long. Some of this is outdated, but I think our general assessment is what's the word? Um, the same. So, yeah, enjoy the podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to There Is No Podcast, the podcast where I am actively regretting making our first episode come out a day ago.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. With me, as is last time and will always be the case, my buddy Rags.
Hi.
Hello. And today we're talking
Might
about.
might want to get your thoughts after watching me.
Uh, t- uh, okay. And today we're going to be not watching. We are going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I have some thoughts. I made the art piece you're probably seeing right now. I made last night before the direct, and I did not actually expect my the drawing I made as a joke to be like genuinely my reaction. But here we are. I don't know exactly the jumping off point. How do we podcast?
Well, it's like this. We have our topic, and the topic is what have we done seen on that there direct today?
Okay.
I don't know. I thought that's what we were doing.
I mean, that is probably what we're gonna end up doing. Um,
Well, that could be what we kind of lead up to, but let's do that. Let's lead up to it with something.
well, I look.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm spitballing.
Let's okay. Let's just start with talking about. God, I don't know. Mario Kart. You want to talk about the new Mario Kart?
Yes.
Okay.
Mario Kart World kicks ass.
Yeah, that looks really fun. Mm. I have
I
thoughts,
mean,
but I
it's probably the last game I was expecting to be an open world game.
yeah, no, genuinely, it's absolute. I actually recorded my reaction in case you didn't want to record today. So, but wow, just wow, that is a really cool. Like I genuinely was not expecting open world Mario Kart. Especially it's like, oh, you
Yeah,
got
go ahead, go ahead.
especially after it's like,
Sorry.
wow, three laps. Okay, drive to the next track. Like, oh, all right then. We were
Well, that would
totally
be kind of how it is. Like if Mario Kart was like real, if Mario Kart races were real, that would be kind of what it's like, right?
well, yeah, but I honestly I'd always imagine that if Mario Kart was real, it'd be more like actual like NASCAR, where each race isn't one after the other.
Oh,
Each race is like 2 weeks apart.
that would make sense. But I mean,
This
in
is
terms
cool.
of gameplay, though, in terms of like gameplay flow, maybe in terms of lore,
Yeah, but yo, look. They played Toad's Factory music in the trailer. Toad's Factory's back, along with Airship Fortress and a couple of other
I
tracks.
saw Airship Fortress.
I absolutely love the
They,
fact that they are mixing them in naturally with the other courses. Like it's not, oh, these are the new tracks, these are the old, these are all just tracks, which I think is neat.
you know what I'm kind of seeing a lack of though, or maybe it's just not going to be revealed till later. What about Rainbow Road? Is there going to be any Rainbow Road?
Oh no, I'm assuming they're keeping Rainbow Road in their pocket for later.
Okay.
Now, gotta keep something a secret.
Because Yeah, yeah, because if it's what I'm thinking, with the whole like interconnected giant world thing, with how Mario Kart Double Dash's Rainbow Road was set over Mushroom City, what if it was the same thing?
Oh
Like it
yeah,
was set
it's
over a city.
it's definitely gonna be that, I feel. Uh, but yeah, that looks really cool. I'm looking forward to it, and I have a certain thing to talk about, but I'm gonna save that till later because I want to talk about what I'm positive about. Hmm.
All right.
So,
All
uh,
right, I'm listening.
hmm? There was also I like I the the wheelchair basketball game. I forget the name of. That one looks really fun.
Dragon Drive.
Dragon Drive.
I think
Okay.
yeah, yeah. The game looks really cool. Like just how you control it though, just is a little weird to me. Like how
I
like
am.
we're talking about huh?
Oh no, you can continue.
No, I was just gonna say, we're talking about like pantomiming people in wheelchairs basically.
I personally am all
And I don't
for.
I don't know if that's a good one. But
Hmm,
I mean, it could be, but I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. But I mean, it just initially it's kind of weird to me in that way.
hmm. Uh, I will admit it is weird, but I am 100% for weird and dumb control schemes. So this just sounds awesome. Uh, Switch games are getting upgrade packs, which is neat. I think I kind of talked about like my idea and like, oh, I don't really want that, but they're actually adding new stuff to some games, so I'm all for that. I don't like how they charge for them, but we'll get to that.
No,
Hmm?
I don't know. No, I don't like how they charge for them. No, the payment scheme is about as dookie as ever.
Yeah, but don't worry if you don't like that price scheme. Don't worry, it'll get worse. It gets worse. But like I said, we'll get to that. I'm not remembering a lot from the direct, and that kind of makes me feel bad because there was like a lot of third party stuff that I know some people will be like, "Oh, this is really cool," and like, yeah, that's great, but we've had Elden Ring for 4 years, and I haven't played it, and I don't feel the need to play it. So glad that's here. Not a system seller though. Although FromSoft having it their own like exclusive game on the Switch too, that's cool. That's neat.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that, and I like all the different third party support the Switch 2 is getting.
Oh yeah,
Also, even the freaking EA Sports corporatized they freaking told the guy in the office, here, just make a bunch of text float across the field to announce the Nintendo Switch 2 partnership. I don't know.
yeah. I do like how they did that. It's in the game thing again, which they haven't done in decades.
Oh yeah, that probably tickled a couple people's nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean, their games probably still aren't going to be good, but hey, they're here.
Yeah,
They're still going to have their garbage payment stuff, but hey, they're here.
I was about to say, yeah, the microtransactions are still gonna be here, but hey, they're here.
Oh, I need to stop foreshadowing my biggest complaint, so we're moving on now. GameCube support. GameCube support. Well, not support. GameCube games on Switch Online. Pretty. I forget all the games they're adding, but it's a pretty solid lineup.
Do they have melee?
No, not yet. But they
Uh,
don't have Smash 64, so.
okay, makes sense.
I'm kind of sad it's only
I
on
guess
Switch 2, so.
I mean it kind of makes sense to me that they would kind of want to avoid Smash Brothers to because they wouldn't want to take away from the Smash that's on their
Hmm.
own platform. I don't know, just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you haven't seen like any Mario Karts on like other Switch Online, have you?
Actually, yes. They've got Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, and Super Circuit. But
Okay, so obviously Mario Kart gets some different treatment.
well,
Maybe
that's
Sakurai is a
because
little more protective.
I guess, but also you gotta realize a lot of the older Mario Karts play really different from 8 and also now World.
Okay, yeah, that's also very true. Oh my God, I can't believe eight's considered old now.
It's been a decade. Oh my god, I feel
I
old.
know. No, I was about to say like
And
the
in two
deluxe
years,
version
and
that
in
came
two
out
years, the deluxe
60
version
years
is gonna
ago.
be
Like,
dead. Year,
oh,
no, that came out in 2017. It's 2 years away from being 10 years old.
shit. Can we make it stop? Make the time stop, please.
Okay. Okay. The games on
Oh,
GameCube
we're having
Online
an
is
existential crisis.
Wind Waker, F Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2. It's a pretty decent start, I'd say. They also showed that Mario Sunshine obviously and Luigi's Mansion is going to show up there. I don't think we'll ever get Pikmin 2 or Pikmin 2, but that's just because Nintendo sells them on their own, so
Well, another one I doubt seeing would be Wario World.
no, I could imagine them doing Wario World.
Well, I would hope so. Have you seen the prices for it on eBay?
Yes. But no, more just like, they're putting all the Wario lands on there already. And like you might as well, you know. Besides, if they're including the Wind Waker when they could very easily just port the Wind Waker HD and sell it on its own, they're very much okay with putting like the bigger games on uh Switch Online. So, yeah, Wario World and Sunshine and all that. Might as well.
Just right after they got finished re-releasing Sunshine on a game they're never going to release again.
Yeah. I own a copy. Haha. Anyways.
So does my brother.
Anyways. Please tell me he at least got it when it was still available.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Got it for his birthday.
Lucky him.
I think it was his birthday. I can't even remember. But I think we got it and like hoarded it for him.
Hmm. Let's see. Oh, the new the Kirby Star Riders. Not Star Riders. That's Kirby's Air Riders. That's the name of it. Kirby's Air Rides getting a sequel.
Oh, nice. Is it just like the kart racer, or is it going to be like the snowboarding half pipe thing on the N64?
I do not know. They only showed a CG trailer, but it showed the track from the GameCube game, so I initially thought it was a remake, so it's probably going to be the same.
Yeah, you're probably right. But you know what? They really need to they
Oh,
really need to reawaken that the snowboarding idea.
they do. Also, it is going to be directed by Sakurai, so hooray! That's cool. It also makes me question.
Hooray!
They said it's a new game, so I'm taking it at their honor that it is indeed a new game. But I would not be surprised if when it gets properly announced in a couple of years, it's just a remake. Like they say it's a new game, and I'm just like, yeah, sure it is. I'll believe it when I see it. Uh,
You know what that speaks to me?
what?
That speaks that speaks development hell.
Hmm, maybe.
or possibly some kind of difficulty to make it like not ready to show yet.
Well, keep in mind, Sakurai a few years when he wrapped up his YouTube channel, did say these have actually all been pre-recorded. I've been working on something, and you'll hear about it soon. And I think that was like 8 months ago. So it's been worked on for a couple of years.
Soon as 8 months.
Yeah, like 8 months ago is when he said you'll hear about it soon. Not you'll.
I know that's what I'm getting at. He said you'll hear about it soon. 8 months ago. Eight
Look,
months ago is soon, apparently.
look, I'm just gonna say this now. I fully believe that the Switch 2 was meant to be announced and come out like a year ago. And they just kept pushing it back for whatever reason, so all I'm saying, I'm being a
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist.
Okay. Well, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna be listening to Did You Know Gaming like years later. You're gonna be saying the exact same shit.
Yeah. And you'll have proof right now that I was right.
Yeah, they'll cite you as a source.
Could you imagine? I can't, because that's not happening. Um,
What would be even funnier
what?
if like you or me were if you or I were called to narrate that episode.
God, no, that dream come true. That's kind of sad to say in comparison to everything else I want to do, but yes.
Yeah, I can dream, can I?
Yeah, that's fair. No, Did you know gaming? If you ever want to do a Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure episode, you know where to find me. Hopefully. Anyways, the amount
No,
of
this said is
the amount of the amount of third-party games that are launching day and date, either with the Switch or with their cross-gen versions, is really neat. That means it is just a modern day platform, and hey, it can go up to 4K, so power-wise, it's interesting.
nice.
Oh, there's a new Donkey
Yeah, I
Kong.
mean that is really nice. It's
Hmm.
a good resolution. And yes,
Yeah.
I just watched the trailer. I didn't get to watch the entire direct because my internet's dookie out here. But
Oh, did
I watched. Huh?
did the direct freeze on you?
No, it booted me out because like I had to keep pausing because I was busy this morning. I had
Oh,
stuff that I was on and off doing,
unfortunate
but I was like
because
watching the direct in between.
the direct actually did
Yeah,
like
it booted me
freeze at
out though.
some point. Like the direct just paused in the middle of a gameplay sequence and everyone was like, "Huh? What's going on?" I was like that. I thought my internet was freaking out. So, but yeah, there's a new Donkey Kong. That's all. That's my thoughts on that. It's neat, got destructible environments, but can't really say much.
Also, Donkey Kong is officially a minor. Do not DM him.
DNI. Anyways, so, throughout the entirety of the direct, there was something I thought they were missing. Something I was just waiting for them to tell me. Do you want to know what that is?
Oh, yes, I'm sitting on pins and needles.
The
Oh
price.
shit.
I wanted them to tell me the
The
price.
price. Oh, okay. And what's the launch price for the
Well, they
Switch
didn't
2?
say in the direct because that would kill everyone's hype. But the website's up and it's got the price. Take a guess. How much would you say it is? Just like gut
At least
reaction.
$400. What we're talking about.
450.
Are you're kidding?
No, I'm not. You can go onto the website. I'll even pull up the website and send it to you. 450.
Yikes.
And now the
I
question
mean,
is,
it's
hmm?
It's a good launch price. I'll give it that.
I
Better than
would
600.
I would beg to differ because I know so many. My uncle was like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, yeah, this seems good." And then I told him the price, and he went, "No."
Well, I mean, I just I just go by the old Brental Floss song. Don't ever buy a console. Don't ever buy
Buy
a
a console
console at
at launch.
launch.
But yeah, no, it's a now. With that, how much do you think the games are gonna be?
Probably $80.
Oh my god, you actually guessed it.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Get But given the economy and how expensive games are already,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I didn't think they were down.
Hmm? Well, yeah, I didn't expect them to go down, but $80? That's highway
At
robbery.
least they're not 100. At
Oh
least
yeah.
they're not 100.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, they're not.
I think this is how much. Sorry, but I was just gonna say this is probably. I think this is how much people were paying for NES cartridges back in the day.
Yeah, that is true. But
Like,
still, that mm, I don't like the price, and I don't, and I. This is also me, but I do genuinely think all the arguments about games are getting more expensive to make, so that's why we need to start charging more. Yeah, or just stop spending $1 billion on every bleeding game. Yet stop making games that are so expensive. Make smaller games.
yeah, like yeah, make games that look good and
Mm-hmm.
are beautiful like you're doing. But yeah, make smaller games. I mean, I don't
Granted,
see anything wrong with that.
Granted, let's give everyone some credit. The only game that we have a price for is Mario Kart Worlds, which is the $80 one, and you can save $30 by buying the $500 bundle.
Ugh,
Yet no, I'm not buying this console
it
anytime soon.
made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not buying this console anytime soon. At least not until Luigi's Mansion 4 gets announced. Then I'll be like, well, they got my addiction. I can't
Well,
say no
I'll see
anymore.
you guys later. Bye. I've got a fix to feed.
Yeah.
Bye bye, life savings.
Woo. What the?
Yeah,
Oh,
gaming is not going to be as accessible as it once was.
and I feel that's kind of that's depressing because I kind of saw the Switch as like the one of the reasons why it's gotten so accessible as of late, because it was $300, which most people are kind of like,
Hey,
yeah,
would
sure,
you
why
mind
not?
repeating that? You cut out some.
Oh, sorry. Uh, I kind of I kind of think the Switch is the reason why it's gotten so expensive as of late. Not expensive, as what's the word? Accessible as of late.
Uh,
Because three hundred
yeah,
dollars isn't like too much for people who ask. They're like, yeah, I can save a couple. I can save a couple of paychecks and splurge on that in like a month or two, and then like games go on sale all the time. So, yeah, sure, they're not Nintendo games, but you can pick up Stardew Valley for like $10 on average. So, that and Steam are kind of like the champions of the smaller, older game stuff. And so, hey, the Switch 2 is going to be so expensive, you're going to have to take out a third mortgage. And if you don't have any mortgages, you're going to take out two others and then take out a third one just to afford the thing. That's sad. It's sad.
yeah, we're going to take out some loans.
Mm. It's sad. Especially because I'm already in debt. Anyways. But yeah, the
But
price
don't
is
tell them I told.
just. I'll cut it out. Now, future me, who's playing Mario and Donkey Kong minis on the move on your 3DS. Don't edit it out. Anyways,
Monkey
um,
with flopping symbols. And
but yes, the price is so sad to me. Like, I do. There's a little kid in my mind that's like, I want it, and then there's the adult holding it back, like, you can't afford that. No, we'll go bankrupt again.
we're gonna have to move into an even smaller house, Timmy.
So, ugh, God, that this is coming from someone who owns every single Lego Dimensions set ever. That's it, the Switch 2 is too expensive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Switch 2, especially even for what it's worth, all the portability and everything.
yeah, and I will be finding any way I can to not pay full price for its games because $80 is inexcusable to me.
I'm just gonna wait and like see if I can find any good deals later down the road.
Yeah, like I said, if whenever Luigi's Mansion 4 gets announced, I'll probably pick up that Mario Kart bundle because hey, I'm gonna buy Mario Kart anyways. Might as well just get it $30 off. But that's ugh.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, another thing about Mario Kart. I kind of like that they're also keeping the classic mode intact, like the classic Grand Prix.
they are.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought that they announced that.
Well, yeah,
Or
they
are
say
you still
take.
gonna have to drive between courses?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Take on the classic Grand Prix, but you drive, but don't rest in between each. Don't rest between tracks because you gotta drive there.
Yeah, you better compete for your first place spot.
There's also
That
apparently
you
just
you
a
better
lot of.
maintain your first place.
There's apparently just a lot of random characters. Like they got the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. People have pointed out the bee from 3D World and a bunch of other stuff. And I have a feeling those are
Yeah,
like, hmm,
a bitty bug.
yeah. I Now I'm gonna be all conspiracy theorist again. These are not. Those are not characters you play as. Those are transformations. Because we do see characters grab stuff and then change outfits. So who knows? Maybe there are transformation, or maybe you can just play as
Hmm.
a cow now. Who knows? I would have assumed
Meow,
though.
meow. I'm a cow.
I would have assumed if you could play as a cow whenever they were showing the Nintendo Skype feature, they would have shown at least one person playing as the cow. Because you always have that one friend.
Oh, oh yeah. Speaking of that Nintendo Eye, that's what I'm gonna call it. I don't care what it's actually called.
I think it's literally just called the Nintendo Switch 2 camera or something like that. But yeah, the Nintendo Eye's funnier.
Well, I, yeah, the Nintendo Eye. So what do you think about the whole like Jamboree TV thing where like you can pop up out of a pipe and like dance or something?
Okay, so this goes on to the expansion stuff. I think that's really neat. I like the fact that now that developers are going back to older games, I like the fact that they're adding new stuff, and I think Jamboree and specifically Kirby Star Allies that's worth the expansion cost, which will be anywhere from $10 to $15, by the way, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I think that's
Ooh.
very silly. I like it. I like all the new camera stuff and the stuff you got to do with your mouse and other stuff. I think it's very good inclusions, and will definitely hold us up for the year until we get another Mario Party.
I really like that both controllers can be used as mice
Yeah.
because well, not only could you do like Mario Paint on like Super Nintendo emulation, you might be able to do Mario Artist for like some 64DD emulation.
Perhaps.
If they were to do Yeah, if they were to do that, then you could have like multiplayer
Hmm.
and like have like four mice going at the same time.
That would actually be great. Uh,
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
uh, we'll probably talk about the potential for the Switch 2 later, but oh, I how could I forget? There's the new GoldenEye, not GoldenEye, but the new James Bond game.
Yeah, that's the part it kicked me off at.
Aw. But hey, new James Bond game. I think that's pretty cool, especially since we haven't got a new James Bond game since 2012. And he has like a very good video game history behind him. So, hey, at the very least, there's a good chance this one will be good.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking it might, especially if people who were originally involved in like GoldenEye were involved in development as like I don't know, consultants or whatever, or even
Maybe,
like
but
designers.
I think they're all at Playtonic doing stuff. So let's be clear though. James Bond hasn't just had GoldenEye. He did have like 15 other games that range from none of them reached GoldenEye's like quality, but they were all like decent to good. So like I think none of them went, "Oh, this is just a bad game." This is like they're all like all right, they're all pretty good. So I think if you get the right people, like you said, like people who worked on GoldenEye or just somebody who's just like, "Yeah, let's make a James Bond story and have it be fun and cool." And it could probably be good. I don't know. We'll see about that. And yeah, that's all I got about what was shown at the direct. Oh, the new direct opening. That's all.
I I really like that for some reason. I've noticed Adobe doing the whole 3D shapes thing aesthetic to like I don't know. I think it's like a whole new like design aesthetic.
Yeah, but it looks really nice. I like it. It was a good logo.
I like it too.
Anyways, and so now I hit the desk. Oh no. And so now,
Oh,
let's talk about ideas we have for like what could possibly be seen on the Switch too.
possibly if depending on how it's sold, Peach Showtime sequel.
Yeah, I don't know how well it's sold, but I do think Peach Showtime should definitely get a sequel. Not because it's like good. I haven't played anything other than the demo, but it seems like a pretty all right like kids game. So yay.
Another thing they ought to do since they're wanting to do so many open world games now. I'm not saying it's like just because it's just because it would be open world, but Wario World, if they could like do a reimagining of the gameplay.
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool idea. Hmm. This one is this idea is really easy. Mario Maker 3, just use the mouse to be the pointer, and you then you got
Oh,
the
exactly. That sounds so dope.
you've got the single screen experience of Mario Maker 2, but you actually have the good controls of Mario Maker 1.
Oh,
Like
I
everyone
mean,
was
yes, the mouse would make it probably the best thing about it, though.
yeah. I know everyone was talking about, "Oh, do Mario Maker 3D," and that was like fine when we were pitching this hypothetical game for the normal Switch. But then the Switch 2 has but now the Switch 2 has mouse control, so all bets are off. Just do Mario Maker again, but just use the mouse, and then boom, you got the best Mario Maker game. We're moving on. um,
Hmm.
that was my only idea. Please tell me you got something better.
Um, Waluigi game where you use the mice to do dance moves. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Maybe there's a reason we're not game developers.
It's a reason that we're not getting a Waluigi game.
Yeah, because like make a Waluigi game. Man, I don't know. Um
No, they would have to do something entirely new with it. Take Waluigi in a direction we've never seen him in.
Oh, I just forgot there was something that was in the direct that I forgot. 3DS download play is back.
Oh, fudge.
So for certain games, you can send over a copy to your friend, and y'all can play while you're local, while you're together. That's just download play from the 3DS, and that's great. I love it.
I love it too. It's just so great.
Hmm.
So great. And it's like multiple, they can do multiple off of one, can it?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I thought that's what it showed.
Hmm. Uh, so yeah, that's cool. I hope Street Pass comes back.
I probably could in some form.
Well, yeah, at some point. If it doesn't make it this time, it'll come back next time. But
Well, I
yeah,
mean, in some form. I don't know if it'd be called Street Pass, like necessarily.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, are Mii's even a thing still on Switch? Well, like on Switch too, I mean.
Now Switch 2, I don't know. For Switch, I was about to call you stupid because Tomodachi Life just got announced. Wait, if the Switch
Yeah.
2 is cross compatible and it doesn't have a Mii Maker built in, that would mean that the Switch 2 has Mii's.
Okay. All right. That would make sense, would it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Also, one last thing I remember, the 256 gigabytes is now the default, which is good. Good change.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking about the memory expansion?
Yeah, no, just like that's how much memory's in the console at base.
Oh, nice.
So unless
And I like
Nintendo,
that. And I like that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you can talk.
Well, I was just gonna say that I like that. It's all by micro SD card now. It's
Well,
such
yeah,
a small, compact format.
but it's also micro
But what
SD
does
on.
suck about it?
Hmm?
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, but I was gonna say what does suck about it is that you can't like interchange the Switch and the Switch 2 ones. Like you have to use the specialized Switch 2 ones,
Yeah,
which
that does suck.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, no, my Switch has a 256 micro SD card already, but what I was trying to say was without the memory card, just standard without a micro SD, it's 256, and that's really good. So if Nintendo keeps up how their compression technology that they keep using, and they don't just forget and turn into every other AAA developer where they just where like there's where a single game's 100 gigabytes, that will hold a lot of games, I think.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that does like it holds like what like 8 times as many games as the Switch one.
Yes.
They said.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting a call, and um, would you mind if we finish this at a later date?
Oh, sure. Well, I was just gonna say I was gonna wrap this up soon because I was out of things to say.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we could wrap it up here.
Okay. But my final thoughts is Switch 2 looks neat. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, it looks neat. I'll might buy one. I bypassed entirely the Switch one. So I'm gonna definitely have to get this one at some point.
Mm. The duality of man. Okay. Well, we all got to go now, so thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you stuck through this one. This one's a lot shorter than the
Yeah,
last one.
and remember, sorry, I was just gonna say, and remember, there is no podcast.
Yeah, I'm not ending it like that. Anyways,
Okay.
tune in next time. Tune in next time. Oh, we forgot the most important thing. Croc the Legend of the Gobos is now on Nintendo Switch.
Oh shit, it's getting
Yo!
real.
Yeah! Anyways, bye everyone.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.